take in orders, and last fall already started to ramp up. And I think that ramp up and what we're hearing from customers, it's really a replacement cycle. I mean, you know the story as well as we do. Customers are now trying to get longer mileage, and I think we're at that crossroads where, as they see an uptick in demand, we're at the point where they need to make that economic calculation. And I think that's what we're seeing in the industry, is people into a replacement cycle. So we did the recall last fall, and that has us well positioned already, working with our supplier base to answer the demand. Let me talk a bit about Volvo Trucks in North America. Certainly 210 was a really good year for a number of reasons. Obviously the EPA 210, but for us and for our dealers, there was a lot of accomplishments. The turnaround in our performance in US and Canada, I think, is with 2% gain in share, 46% increase in retail deliveries in 210, and this is all customers. And I think you understand, we started delivering this solution back in 2009, and that's why we're so excited today to come up with our next phase. This isn't just coming up to meet EPA 210. We're now, you're going to hear today what we're doing as the next step on this road. So we're very excited about that. But it's the EPA 210, our SCR solution, but with no regen. And I'd ask you, Matt, here, is talk to drivers to understand what no regen means, and talk to drivers to understand what driving this vehicle feels like. That's where you can understand why this solution works so well. Demand for iShift as well. I think this is a really emerging thing. We all know the driver shortage that's coming, and we just presented ATA our new EPA 210 truck with iShift, and I had a driver send me a note after he said, for 25 years I've been driving, and I thought for sure I always wanted to shift. And he said after he did this iShift, he said, that's what I want from now on. And I really think this is a key enabler for, it helps us for fuel efficiency, but for drivers, a cyclical business. And that might cause some to look at, especially with the emission hurdles. But in the deepest and darkest days of this recession, our company not only did the minimum, but went after and said, let's go to the extent that we can to provide the best solution. So it wasn't just meeting minimum hurdles, and it was about setting ourselves up for the long term. So the company invested, and here we are on this upturn already with approaching a year's worth of production, serial production. Outlook for this year, I think it's 220,000 trucks. I think you've heard that we've announced a ramp up, and obviously this last half of the year will be very strong. So.